Hi and welcome. Now, today I just wanted to come out with this footage thanks to the latest news in the royalty-free music licensing business, and I just wanted to keep you up to date. So today I want to talk to you about a royalty-free music licensing site that I joined at the end of 2019. And today I discovered, thanks to a letter received from this royalty-free music licensing site, that this site has been on the market and was functioning in the last 10 years. So I kind of missed this 10 years of this site. I joined at the end of his life circle. And this platform is Tune Society. Now, Tune Society, like all the other royalty-free music licensing site, I wanted to check it out. So I'm doing the same thing that maybe you are doing, and I'm just creating an account on different royalty-free music licensing sites, and I start to upload my tracks. Obviously, I do check them out. I try to find out more, see if potentially they have clients, if composers are already selling or not their tracks on the site, and then I'm enrolled on the site. And Tune Society was that site where I have composer friends who were on this site, and they were selling their tracks. And I thought, why not? But today I received this email that is marking the end of this royalty-free site. And here is the email that I have received from them. So, Tune Society is saying goodbye from 1st of March. And I think that if they are saying goodbye starting from the 1st of March, is because maybe at least, I think, 6 months or not 1 year, I think this site was not functioning that well already. And I kind of felt that there's a problem with Tune Society only by simply, going on their site, and on their side, because it's still up their side, the platform, it will close down only on 1st of March. And here on the bottom of the site, you have following us, so they have all the social media. Now the social media, if you go on Twitter, for example, now the last tweet, okay, 12 hours, because now they are announcing that it's over. But before that, the last one was in November. So in November, they still wanted to see if I think that they still analyzed a little bit if there's any reason to leave the site on or just close it down. And they started, they were offering a 20% off sales, trying to get a little bit of filmmakers, but obviously nobody was quite interested in buying music on Tune Society. So starting from this last tweet, I never saw another tweet. And on their Facebook channel, I tried to contact them. I wrote them. I tried to chat with them. I asked them what's happening on Tune Society. Is this the end of Tune Society or no? And never received back any answer from that question. But today we have the answer. So let's just read together this newsletter, this letter of saying goodbye, because this let me see, who is this one? So this partner, Stephen Vidano. It is very interesting what he is writing and how he decided to say goodbye from us, from clients. But this is a goodbye, I think, from audio contributors also. And I think that we can learn from this letter. So, hi everyone, I just wanted to thank you, all of you, the artists and the filmmakers who jumped in and took part in this crazy, wonderful experiment we call Tune Society. So I'm super sad, however, to have to tell you that we are shutting down. Of course, everybody who is developing, creating a business, at the end, if he failing, then it's a sad feeling. So he says, in all seriousness, we started just over 10 years. So here I discovered that this platform it's on the market over 10 years. And with the dream of connecting musical artists all over the world with filmmakers, storytellers from all over the world. Okay, so the concept was nice, but the thing that I discovered and what I really found strange on Tune Society is, again, the quality control, the vetting of contributors and so on, so forth. So that was missing. So I think that you have to level up as a company if you really want to succeed in this kind of business and remain serious and be seen as serious. You have to level up. So you have to control the tracks. So there has to be a quality control of contributors and their compositions. If you do not do that, then how do you think that clients will remain or will come on your platform if they found out that anybody can create an account, anybody can start to sell audio compositions, even though they could not be the owners of the composition, or secondly, their composition could really lack that quality, that necessary quality that filmmakers pay for their projects. So if that is lacking, and that is really the foundation of this kind of site, of company, then yeah, the company will not remain long time on the market. Or it will remain, but it will remain until others come with other solutions, for example. And this is what's next. Back when Tune Society started, the music beds and art lists of the world didn't exist yet. Okay, so in fact, what this person is telling is that subscription-based programs are killing the right business. So, as you know already, I myself have had a problem with these subscription-based programs. For example, a latest one was on Motion Elements, where I discovered that subscription-based program, at least for us, for audio contributors, it's just not interesting. It's not that it's not interesting, but it's really devaluating us and our compositions. And there isn't a reason for why you and we audio contributors would sell our music on this kind of situation, on this kind of programs, subscription-based programs, where clients, on the other hand, it's good for visual creators, for movie makers, for visual project creators, it's a very great program, that a subscription-based program, because they, for a very small but really small amount of money, they can have at their feet a huge quantity of audio source for pennies, and that's just not correct. There isn't a balance. That balance is like, here is the video creator and here's the audio creator. So it's not balancing out. Video creator is here and the audio creator is just sinking, and that's not a good business. And obviously this guy also agrees with me what I feel that is happening. So I know some of you still wish they didn't exist. Of course, I mean, subscription-based is just devaluating, but it's the compositions. But it's the same thing happening with video creators also. Those stock videos, it's the same thing. I mean, it's the same subscription-based thing, and it's very devaluating the products, the product that are bought. So some of you are super glad they do. Yeah, of course, people who want to make some pennies today can do it because they can upload their tracks on these subscription-based programs, and they do earn a little bit, but they will not ever make real money, unfortunately. So it's a thought positive we all find ourselves in, okay? But they zoomed past us at lightning speed and never looked back. Yeah, so what he's telling that today subscription-based programs are flourishing, like on Motion Elements. And if you want to see what's happening with audio contributors on Motion Element, what happened with me on Motion Elements, I will put up here a link. Look at that footage and you will understand what is happening with audio contributors on these subscription-based programs. So on these subscription-based programs, the audio contributors with their products are devaluated and earning pennies and have to work a lot to make a little bit of money. As video content creators are flourishing, for them it's an opportunity today, these subscription-based programs. There's a little bit of catch for them mostly because there are a lot of subscription-based programs where those clients are limited in the idea that they cannot renounce to the subscription. But the money, it's not correctly divided between the company who is offering the subscription-based program and the audio contributors who is providing the product that a video content creator is using. So these subscription-based sites are flourishing, and the site is doing well because they are attracting a lot of clients. But then the audio contributor who is giving up his compositions are not recompensated correctly, so the majority of the amount earned by this site is remaining for the site, and the audio contributor is just receiving less and less. So the company is doing fine, but the audio contributors are doing less and less fine. So this is the problem with the subscription-based programs. And what he's saying is that now it seems music sites are popping up all over the web. And that's true. There are a lot of companies who arise and came these last few years, but majority are with these subscription-based programs. And the pricing models people are choosing continues to stun me. And I am stunned also in this royalty-free music licensing business. Let's talk about Pond 5, where they are just cutting shares, but they are lowering the prices also. And then Audio Jungle is the same thing. And the general thing today on this royalty-free music licensing sites is really lowering the price, giving up almost free the compositions, our compositions. So now is a little bit sarcastic, but this is a serious matter. One-time free music licensing for a lifetime. Give me a break. But it's happening, and it's true, it does happening, because this kind of sites, the royalty-free music licensing sites, are realizing that today creating music, maybe it's more simple, it's more affordable for many people, and knowing that there are a lot of artists, composers, beat makers, singer-songwriters, musicians, that they just want to earn money with this kind of business, and so they kind of taking advantages. I mean, they give you a choice. You choose us, what we are giving, or nothing. And what is the best for you? What we are giving or nothing? And they know the majority will choose that almost nothing, but for them it's a lot, because their business, as I told you, will flourish and they will make a lot of money, but what they are giving back to the audio creators, it's almost nothing. There's the problem. So let's continue with this email. I never felt comfortable jumping into the subscription-based model, because I felt that the people who lose out the most end up being the artist. What I was telling you. And this is true. Companies are doing great with this subscription-based program, but audio contributors less. And people who are remaining in this business is because they are dreaming. They think that at one moment they will do more. But the truth of today's market is that you will not, maybe you will earn more in time, but I will explain it to you why I do believe that no, you will not earn more in time, because as you are developing your portfolio, others are doing the same thing, and the growth on these sites are constantly. So if you do not grow with them, then you are just lost. So you feel this, and I am feeling this pressure that I have to grow together with the platform, because if I'm not growing together with the platform, then I will be lost. My portfolio will be lost on that platform. So let's continue. And I couldn't figure out how to resolve that. So the problem with this, so he wanted to be some kind, maintain this balance that I'm talking to you about. So he wanted for the company to work fine, but for the audio contributors also, and he didn't find this balance, because obviously the company, as all other companies that are on this business, are there for the profit. They are looking after only their interest, and audio contributors are just there. And today they have so many products already in their portfolio that they do not care about audio contributors. That's the truth. So clearly it's a numbers game. I'm all the time saying to you this, that yeah, it is a numbers game. The problem is that the company's number is growing, so you are obliged to grow your portfolio. If you are not growing your portfolio, then the company is just growing, and look, if you are remaining small, well, you are almost nothing in that company's portfolio. So that's why you have to grow your portfolio constantly. So when you have the numbers, then a music licensing site can sustain that type of model. So what he's talking about, that yeah, when you have numbers, you have a lot of numbers, then it's okay. Then you can find a model with this subscription base, with a limited subscription base, and try it out. But Tune Society, for whatever reason, had a very time-sustaining, consistent base. Yeah, what? As I told you, I mean, Tune Society had a lot of, today you have to work a lot. And today what I see is that those companies are really remaining in the business, that companies are that are hybrid sites. So they do not sell only music, they sell footages, they sell vectors, they sell After Effects, they sell photos, and so on and so forth. So they do a lot of things, or like audio jungles, I don't know, they have a lot of divisions also. So these companies are only surviving who are doing a lot of things, but only music. I was already speaking to you about Audio Sparks, so what they did at the beginning and what they are doing today. And this is a survival mode. If they would have just pure and simple doing straight ahead music licensing deals, well, today Audio Sparks, I don't think that they would be on the market. But if you want to know all about Audio Sparks and what they are doing today, and if you are interested, you can be part of Audio Sparks and part of their businesses. I will put up here a link toward the footage where I'm talking about Audio Sparks. So they had a problem with maintaining themselves in this business, and obviously it is hard today, even for companies to. There's a market share. There's a market share where you have Audio Jungle, Pond 5, Tune Society, Motion Elements, and so on and so forth, 123RF, and I can continue. And all of them want to take a share, And obviously, there are companies who take that share, but there are companies who are remaining with so small and so little that finally it doesn't make sense to continue. It's the case of Tune Society. So, continuing, we created Tune Society with a desire to promote wonderful music at a fair price point. Okay, you could choose the price point with a fair split to the artist. It was a great idea. We wanted to give people who might live in remote places an opportunity to be heard and possibly license their music in productions and films half a world away. And they did it. So this is really the advantage of this online business. You can be wherever you want. I'm in France. You can be wherever you want, and you can still license and sell your music all over the world. So I'm pleased that some of the goals we set out to accomplish were realized. I know that as a filmmaker myself, apparently he's a filmmaker, I greatly benefited from the wonderful scores made available on Tune Society, but now Tune Society must come to an end. So starting from 1st of March, they are officially closing the site. Here's to the dreams we dream. Here's to the doing, the creating, the making, the trying. I salute you all and hope you never stop starving and reaching for what excites you and lights you up. This is the common dream of artists also who are starting up, who are uploading tracks on sites like this one. And finally, companies are closing down, and it's kind of sad. Now, uploading on this platform was quite easy, so I didn't waste a lot of time. Anyway, I was somehow preparing myself to not recommend this platform, as I saw from the end of 2019 that they were not communicating, and I felt that there's a problem with this site. But I'm kind of in the brackets, I'm happy that these sites are closing down, because there are a lot of other sites, platforms also, that are still online, but I know 100% then that they are dead. They are like zombies. From outside, they look fine, meaning that on internet they look fine. You have the impression that, oh, it's good, it's great platform, and they allowed you to create an account, they allowed you to upload tracks, but in fact it's dead. They do not have clients, and you will never make sales on those sites. And I think I will start to mention all those sites also, where you shouldn't really waste your time, but those sites are still open online, and I do not understand why. Maybe because the owners of those platforms are filthy rich, and they for them maintaining that site it's pennies, so they leave it like that. But the company, the site, it's not doing anything, it's not selling. So shame on those owners who are maintaining platforms online, but those platforms are just not producing, they are just not selling it, they are just there on internet for nothing. So I wish that all those companies would do the same thing like Tune Society did, just close it down, so that audio contributors or composers, artists wouldn't waste their time by creating an account, uploading, and dreaming that they will sell their tracks on those platforms, where obviously artists on those sites will just not sell their music, because those sites are just not selling music anymore. So I hope this was informative. If you are not on Tune Society, well, good for you, you didn't waste your time. Those who were like myself on Tune Society, it is sad, but it's a good thing also that a site which wouldn't anyway sell your music, license your music or our music, now is closing the gates, and we can move on. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe yourself and hit the notification bell, so every time when I'm uploading new material, you can be notified. Thank you for watching. See you next time.